Hello, hello. Oh, I'm still dark. Forgot to put the lights on here. Let's give me some. Let's give me some light. So. Hey guys, hope you're all doing fine. Hope you're having a good start, or you had a good start to the new week. That's better. My nice LED panel is doing a good job here. So yeah, so I hope you have a good Tuesday so far. I originally wanted to stream a little bit later because I didn't do an evening stream for so long, because in the evenings I usually hang out with my wife or play some video games and stuff like that, but I also think it's a good time to stream usually. So I decided to do that today, and then I realized that my football club is playing today in the Champions League, and I want to watch that. Not want to stream while they are playing, and so I had to move the stream back into the afternoon. So if you're watching this in real life tonight and you were expecting me to stream, I'm very, very sorry, but I'm going to do an evening stream or late night stream, whatever. Next week, maybe? Let's see. Maybe next week, we'll see. So, Conde Yajiri? Sorry. Hi guys. Hi to Brazil and Malaysia, nice. So, Brazil is early and Malaysia is late. And I'm in the middle. Nice. Hi Micha, Grüße nach Nürnberg. Moin Dominik, Grüße nach Dresden. Erdogan, hi, nice to see you from Turkey. Much love to Turkey. So, hello. Glad you like my work. Oh, Matt is also there watching real life. Hi Matt, man, how's it going? Oh, this time, yeah, I mean, I've been referring about streaming times and schedules a lot back in the Twitch days, or when I was only on Twitch. And there's never a perfect time to stream, but on YouTube, apparently, from my analytics, the best or the most views I have in the German evening, or in the European evening hours. So I think I should just try streaming around that time a bit more and see how it goes. But yeah, in the end, it's just there's no perfect time, because there's always the Aussies always have like in German we have the word Arschkarte, which means ass card, like you draw the ass card, because they never really are online when I'm online. So yeah, it's always a bit difficult. Time zones are annoying. AT, cheers to Chile. Thanks for coming in. Erdogan, I didn't share any color swatches or anything so far, but I want to do that on Patreon maybe. I have that in mind. I'm probably going to do some color swatch collections, and I want to add them to the coloring book digital edition, and everyone who already got the book will also get the swatches. So that's what I have in mind. City Roast, hi, nice to see you, man. Yeah, I saw the question actually just before I went live, so I didn't have time to get back to you, but I can answer that question later on or during the stream. But yeah, I will get back to that definitely. So, all right, guys. What are we going to do today? I have the series that is called Singing Doors. And the series I made in 2022, around May, June, I think. And the series is based on my love for architecture and also based on my love for Lean Claire, so the Franco-Belgian Lean Claire illustration style. And back then I wanted to experiment with this style a little more. So it's one of my biggest influences at all, but I wanted to even more like show this influence in a series, and that was Singing Doors. Probably have seen the original ones here. So I picked 3 cities in Europe that I liked and that I've been to, and one of them is Brussels, which is this illustration here. And there's Porto here, and there's also Berlin, a third one. I don't have it in here right now, but yeah, there's Berlin is a third one. It exists somewhere. And so the series is probably like 1.5 to 2 years old. And I always wanted to continue it with 3 more cities, and just like make a second season of some sort. And that's what I'm going to do now. So I finally have the time to do that, which is hasn't been the case for, I think, almost the whole last year, for very positive reasons, because I was really busy working on commissions and etc. and working on my book. So these are great reasons to not have time to continue a series, obviously, but yeah, I had this like in my drawer for a too long time. So now we're going to take a look at the next parts. And I've been asking around on Instagram, like I put 3 cities in a poll and asked what was my followers' favorite, which was Edinburgh, Barcelona, and Napoli. 3 cities I've also been to last year. Been to Napoli, and I've been to Barcelona and Edinburgh a couple of years ago. So I haven't been there for a long time, but I always loved the architecture, and it's the houses and buildings there are just really amazing. So I always wanted to express this love for these cities' architecture in some artworks. And the winner of the poll is Edinburgh. So we're going to take a look at Edinburgh today. I have a sketchbook page here that is a collection of some scribbles and some photos. I'm going to walk you through this. I already also posted an article on my Patreon, I think on Sunday, with these scribbles and some background info. I'm probably going to cover all that I wrote there in this stream by just talking about it, but if you want to like have some background, yeah, some insights into my thought process when making these artworks, that article may be interesting to you as well. And I also started putting together these scribbles for Barcelona, but today is Edinburgh time, because everyone, or not everyone, but 40% I think voted for Edinburgh. But I also have Barcelona here. I'm not sure if I want to do Napoli in the end, but I will do a third one, and that's still up to for me to decide. If you have any ideas, so if you have a request for a city you think I should draw, I think this season will still stay in Europe. I think I will make an Asian or an American or a Latin American version of this series at some point, but right now I want to focus on European architecture. Just no real reason, just feels good because I've been in these places. And yeah, so that's that. The app here is called Paper by WeTransfer. It's the most asked question I get everywhere on Instagram and YouTube and everywhere. It's Paper by WeTransfer. Unfortunately, they don't have an affiliate system, because I think I could have earned a couple of euros for recommending this app, but it's really great. Tarcisio, thanks for coming in. Greetings back to Sicily. I've never been to Sicily actually, but my wife and I are discussing about going there this summer, or rather this fall probably, for a little vacation. So maybe I'll change the fact that I haven't been over yet. Hopefully. Yeah, Pastellaria. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation. Is so the original building I've been inspired by is a what's that? Another bookshop, or probably it's a bookshop, but maybe it's a library or something. But I'm a big fan of the Portuguese sweets, you know, the cakes and the little pastel de nata is one of my favorites. So all the sweet stuff. So I decided to make a bakery, a sweet bakery out of this building. But let's go back to the sketchbook for now. So this is what I have collected so far. Pastel de nata, gang, right? Yeah, it's the best stuff. I love this. Sweet food. So far I have been just collecting some references, and when I start making artwork for one of these cities, it's that I in the case of Edinburgh, I was thinking like which places did I enjoy in terms of the surroundings, the buildings when I've been there. And in Edinburgh it's quite obvious because there's the high street, I think, what's also called Royal Mile, and there's a lot of like typical houses that are extremely characteristic for Edinburgh. So these stone houses with these nice windows. I don't know the architectural terms of these, by the way. I can only describe it as in my words. But these rough stone houses here, you have a lot of them there. And I think the stone in this Scottish houses has a certain color value. It has a certain it has a certain palette range that I love really much, and I think that's something that I definitely want to display in my artwork. So I won't go too abstract here to keep the vibe of this stone color. And then I just looked up a couple of buildings that I liked. I like the big windows they have on the ground floors. I like the relatively simple style of building. So there's not like an extreme high amount of decorational elements on them, but the texture is what makes them look like more, or that gives them complexity, you know. So I think this is something I want to explore, like how to display this texture, especially as the lean clear style I've been mentioning before doesn't work so much with complex textures, but is rather simple. So that will be maybe a challenge, but also a fun task for me. They have lots of beautiful doors. So here's one that I like the most that I found on Pinterest. Here's just a scribble on the right because I wanted to understand the structure of the scale of the doors, parts and everything. And then it's just, I don't like just take one picture and just redraw it. I think that would be a bit too boring. But what I do now in the first step, or what I did here, is I mash together elements from pictures that I like. So I have this door here, and I have this picture of the tavern here. So, and I think pubs and taverns are very typical for Scottish cities. So we have these beautiful, mega cozy places where you can enjoy your ale or your beer. And So I've been inspired to add a tavern to my artwork. I like the layout of this particular building. So we have the door here and we have the large window here. Going to make the window a little larger. So it, as you see, let me quickly show you here. As you see here, so it goes to the ground floor, probably similar to this one here. And then I also really love this part here with there's a word for this kind of type of piece of a building that kind of sticks out. But I forgot it now. I know the German word, but it's the English one is completely different. So anyway, so I want to add that, probably add it here, so to have something that comes closer to the viewer. Then we have differences in, like we have, it's not a very flat city, so we have little hills or lots of hills in the city. So I want to have the ground floor a little bit tilted down, so the street is a little narrow. Not narrow, what's that? Not even, but hilly. I don't know. So that's that. And there's for every part of the building where there's some space, there's also the potential to add just like a myriad of stones. So there won't be any difficulty in coming up with lines to fill the canvas with, I would say. So yeah, that's the first step. I have here a picture of pub from outside. I think this probably isn't Edinburgh. I'm pretty sure it isn't. But I just wanted to have a reference for what it looks like if there's the lights on in the pub and you look inside from the street, because I thought about giving it a dusky light setting, so, or daylight setting. So I'm not let's see, these ones are obviously in quite broad daylight, and for this one here I think something more like around blue hour or something would be a good fit, while at the same time keeping the color of the stone walls not too dark, so it doesn't get too low-key in the overall impression, right? So we don't want to have like a too low-key image in the end. Yeah, so that's the first step. What I already did. This took me probably, I don't know, an hour or so, an hour and a half, including researching the images and thinking about what to do and how to assemble the elements. And now it's time to actually create a layout and a composition in detail. So this isn't, it could be enough, but it isn't enough for me to actually just draw my outlines over, because it's super rough, and I need another layer of scribbled composition to really carve out all the details I want to have in the final artwork. So we are going to do that next, and there will be lots of small decisions to make, and I'm very excited how that will turn out in the end. Let me know how you like the idea for Edinburgh. So if you actually voted probably on Instagram, if you're one of the voters, let me know if this is what you expected from yeah, as a possible first step for this artwork. And I am going to put that up here. All right, so let's have a look at the Procreate art. So this is a canvas of 4000 by 5000 pixels. If I'm not wrong. Let me check. Yes. It's a good size. 4K size is always a good size to start off with, because this is obviously more than enough for any screen resolution, at least for portrait ratios. And this is also a resolution that you can easily print in larger sizes. So I love working with this size. And it still gives you the opportunity to have a couple of layers in Procreate, so you don't have to reduce yourself to, I don't know, wait a second. So you don't have to reduce yourself to 10 layers or so, because you're working in a 10K resolution. So that's always kind of the trade-off in Procreate. Hey Tony, thanks, glad you like it. That's great to know. So what's the crosshair here? I always use the same perspective in all of the Singing Dwarfs illustrations. When you make an art series, it's usually, I find it very useful to set up a selection of boundaries and to define a couple of rules or guidelines that help you make a series consistent. And perspective is obviously one of those possible guidelines. There's a couple of other ones, mostly conceptual. So there's always a house front. There's always full bleed. So there's not a one house with a cutout background, but there's like a full bleed house front visible. There's a very prominent door. The color palettes are not the same, but I think matching each other's when you put them next to each other's, which is also my art style. So the colors I use are part of my art style, of course. But there's also perspective, and I'm using a perspective I'm not using very often, which is a central one point perspective, and the crosshair here shows you where the one point is. Procreate has the drawing guide function, and you can put it here in perspective, and then you just tap somewhere, and this is the one point perspective source. Just go here, put it there, and then we have the perspective grid. That works better. So we can definitely say that the perspective here is simpler in many other artworks I've done, and you've probably done. It is a bit special because if you look at this, so this is the same perspective. If you look at this, you can see that it's quite high. So if you say that this is the door here where you enter this building, I'm 184 centimeters. I think that's, what's that? I don't know the American equivalent. I can never 5'8" or something. I don't know. It could be wrong. So I'm probably around here with my size, around here. And you see the horizon is quite high. So usually for most artworks or for most perspective, you would probably have the horizon around here, or yeah, definitely lower. But for this series, I wanted to create a tiny bit of a surreal approach, as if you do not approach this building as person, but as if you look at it from like a more neutral angle. And I kind of subconsciously, when I was trying out scribbles, started to have this perspective, like, or this horizon line this high, I discovered that it was kind of fun to have a very good overview of the ground level like this here. You see there's you're looking down on that quite a lot, while at the same time you don't have such a high perspective distortion here in the upper part. Of course, obviously here, this part here is very distorted already, but it's still not too heavy. Like if you were watching high up a building, just imagine you standing in front of a building and watching high up. It's distorted very heavily, and I felt like this was a fun way to approach these drawings as if I was portraying the building as a character, you know. Same here, by the way. Here's a bit different because you probably you go up the stairs there to enter the building, so the door is a little bit higher, but it's the same approach as with the Brussels drawing. So yeah, I found that interesting, and you also don't see any people in here, so you do not encounter any persons in these drawings, because the buildings are actually the characters. And yeah, that's kind of a bit of a conceptual thought. May sound a little bit overcomplicated in the end. I think it isn't. It's just I just wanted to give you like a little bit of a insight into my thought process. And it's sometimes funny what can be behind simple perspective decisions, right? So it's just a really simple one-point perspective, but there's some thought behind it. Alrighty. Sorry if that was boring, but let's see what's next. So next part is only scribble, so we don't have to be too precise on stuff, but I want to give the layout a little bit of additional detail. So I think, for example, the door here in my very, very quick thumbnail is a little thin, a little squeezed. So I think I need to make this a little bit broader. The reference is broken again. Yep, perfect. Thanks, Procreate. Yeah, okay. It's just broken. This is so stupid. Okay. Whatever. So I think this is a little bit more like this. Yo, Davey, how's it going, man? Word on the street is you're being productive, working on some exciting new stuff. No worries, you don't have to share in here if you don't want to. I'm going to only draw in this half here. This is just this doesn't matter because I'm going to mirror it later. You can't 100% mirror it because obviously it's not in the middle of the composition, so the perspective doesn't work. But I'm just going to mirror the basic parts. It makes life a little bit easier. Yeah, I can't wait to see it, man. It's I'm obviously a big fan of everything you do, so need to follow along and see what you're cooking. This looks still very much squeezed. See. I'm not really going for a super high amount of, like, a high level of realism in these. I mean, this from an architectural standpoint, I think I'm making lots of mistakes that someone who's an architect would like tell me, hey, that doesn't really make sense to put that there and to add this there and combine this. But I'm not really giving a shit about that because I just, in this case, I really just want to make it look cool, and it doesn't matter to me if something isn't 100% correct. However, I like to have these, of course, like express the vibe of their cities that they're inspired by, so can't go completely nuts on all the details. Probably you could, but I don't. Yeah, I spent the whole January making mechs. You could do. You could use your time in a worse way. So it sounds good. Hey Raphael, how's it going? I really want to go to Scotland again this year. I've been there in probably 2009 or 10 maybe? Maybe 2009, when I was still a baby. And I loved it so much and somehow never made it back so far, but I'm thinking about going for, yeah, just for a week and traveling a little bit and taking my iPad with me, drawing. I can do these trips even when I have work to do usually, so that's quite cool. But we'll see if there will be time this year. Yes, I actually do that. I actually do deduct such trips from my taxes because I always declare it as inspirational work, and tax people are sometimes, they have been skeptical about that, and I can understand it because of course someone goes to Bilbao and visits the Guggenheim Museum and says, hey guys, I just want to check out the museum for some inspiration. But I mean, it's it is what it is, right? I'm still waiting for them to actually argue or fight those arguments. So far, everything has gone through. So yeah. But yeah, it's all research, right? Exactly, Tony. No, and in the end it is, right? So it's not even like I'm not scamming anyone. It's really, but these people working there, these are probably the most uncreative people in the world, and they do not really understand what your work like builds on, and what the foundation of your inspiration is. And of course, this traveling is a big part of that. It's very obvious to me. I mean, I'm going to Paris on the day after tomorrow, and it's also a business trip, so that one is really a business trip though, kind of. Should probably shut up before someone wrong sees this. No, but it's a conference, so that's covered. And there's definitely some advantages to being a freelancer and being able to do trips that are work and fun at the same time. That's for sure. Sometimes when I do these scribbles, I definitely I feel like I'm working too precisely, and that it's not really necessary to add all the super fine details, but it's just I guess I just enjoy it, so it's okay. I always do the door first in these. It's not even necessary to do that, but and I do not really do that because the series is called Singing Doors, and kind of the doors are the main part of these illustrations, or doors have been the reason I started this series. I'm just going to say that because of these conceptual reasons, I start with the doors. No, it's not really that I have to do that. So when we have this, I'm going to lay out some stuff real quick. We have the big tavern window here. Just trying to find the right scale, so if there's a person this large, standing here in front of the window, that's quite big, right? Really, really big. Otherwise, I mean, would look quite impressive if you stand in front of the, I mean, it's perspective, so you would be like here. So given the, if yeah, it could be a really huge window. I think I want to probably make it a little bit smaller. So much for realism. Otherwise, the doors on the level as well, so I think I might as well just put the frame of the window here on the same height. And make it a big boy. So many possibilities to split those windows. I think I like it like that. Not sure if I want to add something in the foreground here. So maybe a street light or some bush. Some bushes, I'm not sure, because there's, at least in the on the high street in Edinburgh, there's, I think, not so much green or something. I have to check for some references, so it's not exactly a gray street or looking kind of boring or something, obviously, but there's also not so much green. But some foreground is still never a bad idea to give the composition more depth. So I have to check out if I want to add something there. Can be done later, of course. Can be done later, we'll see. And I also want to add some stone pots here, like the big I don't know what these are called. I also should think about a reference to whiskey as a whiskey. Thing is, maybe I could add some like little like symbol of a pot still. Those things where the whiskey is distilled in. But as far as I know, there's no distillery in Edinburgh. I'm not sure right now. But I mean, most of them are in the highlands. Some of them are in the lowlands, but that's still, as far as I know, still everything is north of Edinburgh. So I'm not sure if, I mean, there's probably small ones or so, but none that is bigger or well known. But of course, in this tavern, you're supposed to get a good gram of single malt Scotch. So maybe there can be something somewhere later on. Yippee! Hey Jakob, wie sieht's aus? Alles gut? How are your emojis going? I hope you're going to make all of those that I wish for on threads. Especially the one with the swirly eyes. Or the cross-eyed one would also be nice. So as far as the plants go, I have to look up some typical plants. Is this I only know the German word for it. Let me quickly look it up. There's one actually purple colored plant that I think grows a lot in Scotland. Heather or heather? Scotch heather? That? So maybe some of that. I'm not sure if you would grow it in a pot, but whatever. I think it looks like this. And this here is purple, which is always good, of course. I just looked it up. It looks more like more pink than purple, but it's very beautiful. It's more like this maybe. And then it has such a color maybe. Yeah. Even a bit stronger like this. I think that's a great contrast to the to these warm ombre stones they have. So I'm going to keep that in mind for the coloring later. Oh yeah, it's going slow here as well. I think so. I've had a couple of project requests, but nothing that really, that I found really exciting. So I've been working on stuff that's been that came over from last year. One or two, actually big commissions. The one for Huawei, and that one's finished for now, and another one I can't reveal yet. That will hopefully be put live soon. And these are done, and actually, I mean, it always feels weird when you do not get interesting commission requests for a while. But early of the year has always been slow for me. So January, February have always been like quiet, and I really enjoy having time to work on personal projects. So Dominic and I are just working on something, or we started working on something really exciting that we will reveal soon, I think. Something like this here, like drawing the singing doors. And I'm going to make some prints of these in the end, I guess. So if they turn out as I hope they will turn out, I'm going to print some of these again and sell prints, and we'll see. I mean, just hope to be very, very busy soon enough anyway. Oh, by the way, Jakob, are you going to off Barcelona this year? In May, right? Or April? April. I've never been there, but it'd be interesting to hit that one. Never been to what's it called? Like a normal creative conference. A normie conference.
Sure, it's time to wait.
Yeah, swirly eyes on the list. Nice.
I just woke up from a broken dream. Who can stop my hands from shaking? I need you to take them, and I don't wanna wait all night. I'm coming alive, and my senses are a little demented. Can this be right?
The sun is about to set in the purple sea. There's a fire dancing in my flame.
Not going to draw all the little stones in here. Just going to locate the most important marks. And then that's okay.
It's possible I as long as I can feel your heartbeat. Doesn't matter if it's real.
here's a little menu. Maybe I'm going to put a little hot still icon on that. So these things look like this. Maybe there's a little hint to the whiskey. I will see about that later. Alright, so now I have... So this part here on the left is still a little free to fill. Obviously it's right now there has to be something like windows or whatever, because it's not really in balance. And I'm considering actually adding like a little bush here or something. And for the street, so if flipping the canvas is always a good idea at this point to see like where actually the heaviest imbalance is happening. It is quite obviously parts where we have the white space. Just still wanted to show you. Flipping the canvas is always really a magic trick to me. It's crazy. It reveals issues with your composition in such a reliable way. It's really crazy. So, and then we have, of course, we will have a cobblestone street, something. All right, enjoy Kinderkniffel. I always play Kniffel with some Schnaps on the side, but I guess Kinderkniffel will always be, will also be nice. So enjoy that. Yes. Yeah, coffee is a good idea. Now let's quickly have a look at the sketch page. Maybe we'll find some cool references in here for the windows. I think it can be actually quite simple ones. Even though I like these here, at least from afar. Oh, I like the round ones here as well. Maybe there's better reference for these here. But I think I should be able to draw them. Yeah, I like the round one. I think we're going to Let's see if it doesn't look weird with the door, because we have, of course, the shape here, the round shape here. We have a little bit of a round shape here, but this will disappear a little bit in the end, because it will merge with the stones here in the surrounding area. But let's see how it works if I add the round arc here.
Hello, 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 yeah.
Bit huge.
A September night and the summer's old. This still feels so right, but it's getting cold.
Hey Lisa, thanks very much. Much appreciated, the kind words.
If you want me to, I will let you go. There'll be someone new. I don't wanna know. I have no idea what I would do without you. And I know it's me that has caused you trouble, but I am changing more than you know. Every minute with you I stumble. Maybe that's why you still
It doesn't interfere too much, because the structure here of this part of the door is much more detailed now, so I think it's really not an issue. I talk about contrasts often in my streams and in my tutorials, and contrasts are
always by myself,
a big,
always in control.
or very important, very important part of
Let it go.
making striking compositions and artworks, etc. In color, in storytelling, and also in shapes. You know, shapes can also create contrasts, and if, for example, if you imagine this image or this illustration without these round parts, and you keep this part here the only round part in the whole illustration, now this is also kind of contrast, because it puts attention to a single perfectly circle or round shaped object. It doesn't mean that what I'm doing here is a bad decision, because I don't really need to have this strong shape contrast here, but it is something you can decide to do if you think that your illustration needs more. Yeah, if you want to put more emphasis on a specific object, you know, it's a very helpful way of doing that. Wait a second. What am I doing here? This party isn't so well done. I have to move this. Doesn't really doesn't make sense. That's why I love digital art, because I can just move elements and do not have to feel insane pain for changing things.
I've been running east, looking for sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the foam, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may. Don't look before you leave. What you give
I understand Kilindo, but I don't know. I don't know much more.
farewell, bye-bye.
But thanks very much. Really like
Serve a
it.
toast for those lost old eyes.
Yeah, I think this is coming together as a great
And my crooked little
addition to the series.
that seems so rebellious.
Sure, this will work
Falling apart
nicely.
right now. I'm bleeding an easy kill. Gonna leave it all behind. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the fold, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may.
Unfortunately, I only speak English and German. In every other language, I'm quite helpless. I have to admit.
Caught behind Elysian lines, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Look at me, mama, what I
Especially in French. So I'm glad I got my wife with me in Paris this week because I mean in Paris nowadays, a couple of years back, I felt like it was harder to talk to people. I think it's French are more open to speak English now compared to 10 years back, 15 years back, but still it's sometimes not so easy. So, stones. That'll be done later. It even looks a bit clean now, but I will just, you know, the stones will have very different looks and structures. Maybe there's some that have cracks and uneven parts, so I think that's not going to be the problem, that it's going to be too clean or anything.
Saw you paint a picture of a face that wasn't here.
Oh yeah, I know German is difficult. Lots of Germans also have problems with speaking their own language. So imagine learning it as someone who doesn't grow up with it. No, we have so many special rules and so many different words to describe the same thing, but every word has like a certain nuance, and yeah, it's I think it's really, I wouldn't want to learn it if I had to. Yes, Micha, the video will be available on YouTube, so you can just rewatch it. No problem if you have to run now. Feel free to rewatch it later on. It's going to be up instantly after the stream is done, so you can really just rewatch it whenever you want.
Had this conversation more than 10 times. After 9, I still wish you were mine. Haven't ate in 7 days, 'cause I've been up till 6 a.m. Wrote 5 songs all
All right, enjoy dinner once it's cooked.
I can't bear it.
I have to cook something for the wife later on as well, but I still have a little bit of time because she's not coming home from work for a while, so I'm safe for a bit. So yeah, enjoy it, and see you soon, and have fun rewatching or catching up on the stream later on.
I'd give you the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same. I'd do anything you want me to. 'Cause I love you.
I'm here to take a bullet.
Yeah,
Stand by your
enjoy evening. Schönen Abend, Davey.
I'll do
Thanks for coming in today, and yeah, I'm
anytime.
looking forward to
You on my shoulder.
catch up or to follow up on what you're working on right now. And of course, as Dominic told me, hopefully working together again on some stuff. That would be great. Cheers, man. See you soon. I still need to add the tavern letters here. See if I can find a nice font. By the way, I don't know if you knew, but I'm a big typography lover. I'm not really so good at hand lettering, but I enjoy it very much. So, and whenever I do projects, I like to also find like a little special font for a bit of branding. So it's not really branding, but yeah, in the end, it is if you want to describe it. So it's always really nice. But yeah, I enjoy lettering. I would never be able to make my own font, I think, but cool little element to add to my illustrations, I think. even if it's just redrawing an existing font, because I'm not able to come up with something nice.
I write to you in poetry with words left on the shelf. Full of dust, you'll know it's me and from nobody else. Grab your seat at the fantasy parade. What I see is all inside my head. I come to you and hopefully I can contain myself. Pulsing blood that flows through me and wants nobody else.
Yeah, I like that.
Through me
Good
and
foundation. I think the font has like a, I don't know, it's definitely not typical Scottish. Yes. I mean, at least not that I know of that, but I like the little, these little serifs, the little details. Works for me, quite simple, of course, but works for me.
I never wanna fall away or lose my sight. Am I hanging on too tight? For me, it's just the thought of you that sets it right. Baby, you're my
So,
light. I never
the
wanna
only
fall away or
really
lose my
essential
sight.
thing I
Am I
see
hanging
now
on
here
too tight? For me, it's just the thought of you that sets it right.
is
Baby, you're
adding
my
something here
light.
behind the windows, of course, because
Wanna fall away or lose my
As I showed you earlier in the sketchbook here, I would like to make the insides of the tavern visible a little bit. Maybe something like this where you can suggest some elements, you see some lights, but nothing too specific. This won't be so extremely easy to achieve, of course, because my style is very precise and very specific, but this effect is achieved by being unspecific and vague. So that's a kind of not a perfect match for my illustration style, but it doesn't mean it can't be done, of course. For example, what I could do is, so we have a room here. I'm starting to lay out the room. This behind the windows. And then we have... let me quickly do that on the new layer. That's easier. So let's say that's the kind of the bar room.
I think I forgot my underwear in his car last week. What if his dad finds
And
Maybe you should ask him to get them back. Or wait, isn't his dad the headmaster at school?
and just draw a bar in here. Some tables, some chairs. Yeah.
Slice of apple pie, wanna see my mind, baby, you just join my ride. Getting ready for the weekend, popping bubbles through the ceiling. Sure, I got dough, but don't need it, cause all I want is your healing, your healing. I'm the cool kid from the block, I'm the one calling all the shots, shots, shots. Whether you're ready or not, I'm about to pump this place up, up, up. I'm the cool kid from the block, I'm the one calling all the shots, shots, shots. Whether you're ready or not, I'm about to plant it, drop, drop. We're spinning, spinning on a loop all night. Ride his backseat while he eats my soup for lunch. Feeling dizzy, flying with Lucy in the sky. Think he likes me, but baby, I just do this for fun. Are you ready for the weekend? Popping bubbles through
Maybe a
the
door here in the back to a different room.
cause all I want is your
Very large door. No.
I'm the cool kid from the block, I'm the one calling all the shots, shots, shots.
Now that the window is so so large, I of course have to, I have to make the room, the ceilings very high as well, right?
But you would ever understand that I don't really need a man.
You can just use them. I don't care.
I'm the cool kid from the block, I'm the one calling all the shots, 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 shots. Whether you're ready or not, I'm about to plant it. I'm the cool kid from the block, I'm the one calling all the shots, shots, shots. Whether you're ready or not, I'm about to pump this place up, up, up. I'm the cool kid from the block, I'm the one calling all the shots, shots, shots. Whether you're ready or not, I'm about to
So there's shelves with bottles here. And I'm slowly starting to think that this interior scene will be very, very much work to draw. But it's okay, it's okay. So much for staying vague. Some nice single malts here on the shelf. Of course, something where the beer comes from. I think I want to have like the upper part of the bar as well. I don't know what that's called, but you know when you have a bar, then there's this upper part, like around this high, where they have the bottles and the glasses and everything. I think that's always looking so cool and cozy. I have to look up some references for that. I don't know what that looks like. Check. Pinterest doesn't want to show me stuff. Okay. We wait. So and then we have some lights, of course, some light sources. Something from hanging from the ceiling here. Going to add that, and then let's say that this is the bar interior. I want to add reflections coming from outside. So the tricky thing is we have a light source coming from inside here, and then we have light reflecting from the outside because we don't have a night scene, so it's not completely full dark. If it was full dark, there's no light source anywhere around here, so nothing reflects in the windows here, but this is not the case. So my trick to draw these is not realistic, but it's something I like, and that this is kind of adding little parts, reflections, like stripes and spots like this, you know, over the inner scene like that. I did that in the Porto illustration as well. Let me check where it is here. So here's an example of what it is here. So basically, basically here these elements. Just that in this case we have a relatively dark inner part because it's not really illuminated inside, but we still see elements inside because the light from outside is of course coming through the window. There's reflections on the window and there's reflections of the light on these objects, which just shows in that the objects are visible. So that's my trick, how I treat that, and I want to do this here with this Edinburgh thing as well. But I have to try and see how it works actually. So this is really an experiment. In this particular art style, this Dean Clare style, I have not been doing such a light setting, so it's experimenting in the end. I'm happy to do that together on another stream, so if you think, man, just stop talking, just show how you do it. I'm not doing that today because obviously I'm still in the earlier part of the process, but if you want to see how I do it, I'd be happy to share that with you in another stream next week maybe or so. Yeah, let me know in the chat if that's something you'd be interested in, or if more like picking the palette in general is something you'd like to see. Of course, we can do that as well. But I'm always happy to have little direction of what you guys would like to join me for.
Feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my
Cool.
veins. Hands in the
But first, yeah, a lot of outlining, I think.
chain.
Just thinking if I need to add something.
You live and you learn.
I think I want to. So every singing doors had the number of the part somewhere as a house number or something. So I want to do that here as well. So this is number 4. So I'm going to add another 4 here.
I wanna get high on you. Caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should. I wanna get high on you. Caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should.
Okay, no one has an opinion. Chat is silently watching, which is fine. Even though I prefer to have a little bit of conversation, but yeah, no worries. I'll just do whatever I want then. We'll see about that. I'll keep you updated, of course.
I need a little bit of good. Settle in the world like
Okay.
everything is new.
Yeah, as for the foreground, I really need to. I'm not sure if some of the plants are actually the best choice for that.
Things are looking up. I wanna get high on you. Caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know.
Or if there's anything else that I could add here.
Wanna get high on you. Caught by surprise by you. Want you to make my heart feel as much as I know it should.
I'll think about that. In stunned silence. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. No worries. No, I don't want to force anyone to write their opinion. It's just prefer to have a bit of conversation on the stream, but it's fine. Funny thing is that whenever I watch streams, I'm also not one to really talk a lot or chat a lot in that case. I think one of those plant pots could look cool here, even though the question is, do we want cars to be able to to pass this street, or do we want to occupy it with these pots?
Thought I waited in the wrong line. Later I understood I was fine. I am glad you got the information that you could handle a situation.
I think I also want to add some water in the street, maybe because of the weather situation in this country. This country that I'm portraying.
Time flies when you are lovers. I hope you didn't count the presents, darling. I'm so high on you, I'm scared of falling. My bad.
Just even thinking if it would look cool to have rain in there later on. Could be nice. Yeah, right, exactly. It's just a place where maybe this could even be like a traffic block or a traffic stopper. I'd actually like that. I wonder if I could actually live in Edinburgh, because I love going everywhere by bike. And in Münster here, my city, it's very easy because the bike lanes and everything are in a good condition, and it's overall very bike friendly because it's very flat. And yeah, but in Edinburgh with all the cobblestones, I think this would be a true nightmare. Wonder if there's even people using the bicycle at all. I definitely think that this little foreground plant pot thing with the heath, what was that, heath? I think it's called heath. I think it's a great addition, and it gives the composition a bit more value, a bit more balance. Speaking about balance, I think it works very nice for the whole scene. Just going to say that these lines are not straight. And I'm actually right. So there's something just a little off here. And that's again the magic of mirroring the canvas. You see such things. Alrighty, so yeah, I think the last part to do for me is giving this, in the scribble, obviously, giving this bar a little bit more detail, adding this upper part maybe. Maybe I have to change the scale here a little bit as well, so I think the bar is probably a bit too low right now. In the end, people working on it are standing, so maybe a bit higher.
If you keep this up, then I'll let you in, 'cause you have a way with me like no one else. Yeah, you.
What's these love songs running on Epidemic right now? The music I'm playing in the background is Epidemic sounds playlist with royalty-free music, so I don't get any copyright issues with keeping my streams up after streaming them. But it's going more and more into some romantic music, pop music. Not really what I would listen to if I had a choice. I have a choice, but not a complete choice. So let's pick something else.
You make all my problems feel
So putting up this bar a little bit.
Why can't you see me on my knees for you, baby? Falling down.
Okay. I think the next step I'm ready to start with the outlines. I have to quickly take a look at what brush size I used here for this one, because I want to obviously keep it consistent. Pretty sure this should be Vincent Vega. It's my most fine liner typed brush. Thickness, yeah, should be this one here. I even saved it here to 4%. So, or is it Marty McFly? No, I don't think so. Oh, it could be Marty as well. These two are actually quite similar, so it's not. No, it's Vincent. Definitely Vincent. It's my most. These two are kind of my runny inker brushes, runny fine liner brushes. Marty McFly and Vincent Vega, because they have both wide, big, minimum size. So as you see here, with minimum pressure, it's always making has a little bit of a diameter, and they are very clean, which works well for Lean Claire. So actually perfect translation of the style into the brush. But as you see, with a little bit of this runny dirty edge thing, which respects like a look that you would have on paper probably. So that's what I made the brushes for. Very clean, very defined outlining compared to, let's say, Ricky Lafleur. If you compare this, it's a whole different vibe, right? So this is more like the pencil vibe, and Vincent is more the fine liner vibe. Then I think this style is perfect for this brush, so I picked that when I started the series, and I'm going to use that now as well for this artwork. It's really a blessing that you can save brush sizes in Procreate now, so you don't have to guess the size every time you start over. Definitely a very smart addition. They equipped the app with a couple updates ago. Yeah, then it's really lots of relaxed outline drawing from here on. By the way, thanks Tony, I'm glad you like the current version. Trying to find a mix between using clean lines within the grid. As you see here, I'm put on the grid support. You most likely don't see when I do that. Here on the left, I hit here on the very left in the middle, I hit this button and I programmed it to turn on and off the grid because it's something I don't want to go back into the menu again, because I would have to hit that here. But I want to have like this shortcut. And it's very saving me. I don't know if it saves much time, but you know, it is a nice little shortcut I have there. I'm trying to switch it on and off every now and then to have a mix of clean lines and hand-drawn lines. Because if I do all the illustration with the grid turned on, it would look probably a little too clinical and too sterile. So that's the reason I'm keeping it mix. And another trick you can do is draw a super perfect straight line, erase some of it, and then do part of it by hand. And as you see, the line gets the handmade character, but it isn't really fully handmade. Well, it's all handmade, you know, but with and without support of the tech. The brushes, yeah, sure, it's no problem. I can just share them here in the chat. There you go. Should be a command coming in, but it's again not working. Brush. Oh wait, sorry. That's the right one. So there's a link where you can get them. And of course you're not bothering answering for them, it's totally fine. So that pack is my... the plastic brush pack is kind of my go-to collection where almost all the brushes I use are in. Sure, no problem. Sometimes when the grid is like that, it's not easy to hit the right angle. That works out. Come on. This is probably the function that saves my ass the most in Procreate, which is drawing circles in my crappy way and then giving Procreate a chance to make them clean. It's really... if I wouldn't have that, I'd be doomed. All my artworks would look so untidy and crappy. Probably a whole different art style.
I just woke up from a broken dream.
So I'm laying out the door here with perfectly fine lines first now. Going to add little imperfections later. So just for a comparison, maybe I could just show you the Porto piece. Where is it there? This is a good example. So if you look at the little imperfections here in the stone, like in the stairs here, there's some pieces missing. There's some cracks. That's going to be added later on. Here, the stones in the cobblestone street that are kind of a little bit of loose, stuff like that. I think it's really important to add these. So it's a big part of my style, because I think it just makes like it convinces you of the reality part of the scene or the illustration. So it convinces the viewer that this is not like a 3D rendering or something, or obviously it's never, because it's hand drawn. But I think you know what I mean. It's more about giving things a realistic, tactile touch, and this usually vibes with people a lot more than sterile scenes that have no flaws and that have no imperfections. That's why I'm always looking to add these little details.
Got a pure heart, kind of honesty that will always stay. Don't ever let him bring you down. What a terrible thing to say.
That's also imperfect, but not the way I like it, because the window is not really centered. So that's the difference is that these things have been manufactured coming out of some kind of factory or whatever in a perfect way, but weather and time and everything, like using these things, have giving them a used look. But of course the stones with all the cracks in them and etc. have been brickless at one point before as well. That's not the time in their life that we're showing here. Hello endorphins. How's it going? I like these emojis.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, had to reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running, need for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket
Another year. It's your birthday today?
all alone.
I'm good.
Need to go burn
I'm...
all bridges.
Oh, what's that? Someone parked a big camper in front of my window and I can't see anything. I don't like that. Oh, on the 18th. Well, happy birthday. Belated birthday then. No, I'm fine. It's quite a relaxed time right now. Not that much work coming in, and I have to say that I like it that way right now because I can work on my personal stuff for once. Going to Paris the day after tomorrow, so that's great. Yeah.
My crooked little heart that seems so rebellious is falling apart right now. I'm bleeding, an easy kill, gonna leave it all behind. I think it's time for me to go burn all bridges.
Thank you. Yeah, we will have some fun, meeting some friends, going to party a little bit and go to some exhibitions, and so that would be great. Yeah. And I also have to cook some dinner in a bit. I just heard the wife coming home. She will be hungry. And I'm hungry as well. I have to admit it.
Out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Look at me, mama, what I become.
Little tricks, save some time.
Saw you paint a picture of a face that wasn't even close to mine. I know I shouldn't be in love, but it's so hard to move on. You haven't changed, you stayed the same. But if you did, I'd still love you anyway. I'd give you the world like I promised I would.
Yeah, that's pretty much most of the door.
the world like I promised I would. Even though you wouldn't do the same. Had this conversation more than 10 times. After 9, I still wish you were mine. Haven't ate in 7 days, 'cause I've been up
Oh, thanks so much.
saying
Glad you're lurking and
songs all
uh,
just for you.
that you're digging what you see here. Of course, that's much appreciated.
Listening to
Trying my best to deliver. And also to be live a little more often this year. I mean, it's not one of my New Year's resolutions or anything, because you never know how motivated I am, so I never know if there's something I can show in stream, because sometimes there's like months where I just work on stuff that I can't really stream because there's clients involved and everything. But yeah, I want to definitely do this more regularly again. Even if there's not so many viewers, but I see that the videos are being watched on YouTube after I finished, which is great. So I got some content I can just share on YouTube, which is really nice little extra. So yeah, nice to know you're hanging out here.
I'm here to take a bullet.
And this year, if I can, I also want to make or I want to work on more personal projects. There's one really big one coming up that I won't do alone. Hopefully with a couple of other people. I will share some news about that soon. And I'm very excited, so we'll see how that goes. But ideally I can take you with me on the process of that whole thing. Okay, so gotta care about some food now. Bring some food to the table. And I'm going to pick this one up. Probably I'm going to draw the outlines or keep working on the outlines while I'm on the train to Paris this week and on the train back to Münster on Sunday. So that would be cool to push this a bit further, and then maybe I can do a coloring stream next week and show how I set up the color palette for this. I think that would be nice. Yeah. So we'll see, but it's a personal thing, so I have to find the time. Right now I have it, so I'm trying to make as much progress as I can for people running into my door again, hopefully. Oh, thanks so much, R to the Rachel. Thanks so much. I'm always happy. It's really great to know that others are inspired by watching me work, so that's really nice. Awesome, guys. Bon appetit. Yeah, I will have a croissant or two, I think. I will come back with 5 kilos. Build up my belly. Alright guys, thanks for watching today. It's been a fun stream. It's been really cool working on this project again, and
I'll keep you updated on Instagram, Twitter, Discord, wherever you follow me about the next stream. And have a great rest of the week. I'll send some pictures from Paris in my Insta stories if you want to follow up on that, how that goes. Have a nice evening. Bye bye. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.